Good evening. This is Nas from NB Network Lessons. Hope everyone's doing okay. Welcome. Today's topic of discussion is Calculus, Lesson 22, and we're going to talk about what higher derivatives are. Okay. So far, we've been looking at, derivative one time, but today we're going to look at when you have to take derivative multiple times. So you take a derivative, you find a slope, and then you take a derivative again, and then you find whatever you find, you take the derivative again. So that is what my objective today is, to look at it. So let's look at it. I have it right here. First derivative is dy over dx, which is y prime, and we've been doing that. So then if I take the second derivative, I get d square y over dx y prime, double prime. So this square right here on top of d is nothing but it's just telling us that this is the twice derivative, okay, double prime. And then if we take the third derivative, d to the 3, it's not really d raised to power 3, so never confuse that. This is just an indication saying that we are taking triple prime of y. So now let me ask you this. I don't know if you recall from my first lecture in calculus, I think I already told you, gave you an example of first derivative, second derivative, and third derivative. If you recall, when I started calculus, I said look at this right here. You have this y-axis, which is distance, and then you have x-axis, which is time, okay? So as distance changes with respect to time, this is my line is going to look like. So let's say at this distance and this time, I'm right here. Then I increase my distance, increase my time, I'm right here, okay? So if I take the derivative of distance, all right, if I do d with respect to t, okay, then I get velocity, all right. So I'm taking the first derivative and I get velocity, all right. And then if I take derivative again of velocity, I get acceleration, okay. So in this particular case, derivative of distance right here, let me just write this again so you can see that clearly. So we have distance of time, okay. I took the derivative of this, I get velocity. I get derivative of velocity, I get acceleration. So in a way, I've already kind of told you what the first derivative, second derivative, and third derivative are. But let's look at an example, okay? So that will help clarify things for you. So let me go ahead and erase that, because I'm going to use this space to solve the problem, okay? So let's go ahead and start with problem. You are given function of x is equal to x raised to the power 5 minus 5x squared plus 25x, okay? All right, I want you to find the first derivative of this, okay? So what we do is that first derivative is real easy. What you do is that you do f prime of x is equal to 5x, apply the rule, raised to the power 4 minus 10x plus 25, okay? So that's the first derivative. Now, what if I ask you, hey, can you take derivative again? Yes. So I do f double prime of x, then I take 4 times 5 is 20, x, and 4 times minus 1, 3. Derivative of 10x is just minus 10, and then derivative of constant is 0, okay? So this right here is the answer, okay, of the second derivative. So nothing fancy, nothing difficult, it was easy. So let's look at a little bit difficult problem, if that's okay. Let's go ahead and, well, actually, you know what? Let me do this. Let me come back and solve that problem in lesson 23, because like I said, TikTok does not allow more than 6-7 minutes video. If you try to do more than that, they take forever, to be uploaded. So let me do that. This will save my time as well as your time. Thank you. I'll be back.